It tracks those items which have been addressed during year one and to what extent progress has been made. After looking through the report, if you have any additional questions or would like to see supporting documentation regarding any of the items, please contact me. All supporting documentation is in this year one notebook, and I'm happy to provide you with any additional information that you request that goes beyond the checklist. Finally, now that year one is complete, we embark on year two of our strategic plan. As you hear information and updates from the district staff throughout the coming year, I believe that you will clearly see that each day our work moves us farther along in the fulfillment of our strategic plan. Thank you very much. Do you have any questions?
What are the chances of getting a hard copy to look like that?
Of the entire book?
It's a good chance.
This.
There's a good chance.
Good chance, all right.
Yes.
And will the community have that available in any way to them?
We have not discussed how, but we would have it on our website. We can
Okay.
post that on our website.
Okay, thanks. I'm pleased with how many things are completed.
Thank you, Ms. Fowler. You can just stay there, don't sit down. We have a recognition tonight.
Yes, we do. As you know, our district is very fortunate to have many wonderful, supportive community partners. The local realtor organization, Rockwall Multiple Listing Service, or MLS, is one of them. And tonight we have two of their representatives on hand to tell you about a recent donation that they've made to the district that's going to directly benefit our 12 elementary campuses. I'd like to introduce you to Earl Milner and Cindy Fry, co-chairs of Rockwall MLS.
Ms. Fowler, thank you so much. President Loftus, Superintendent Bailey, and the rest of the school board. Folks, I've been up here before. I've been to it before because I've had the great pleasure. Mr. Hamilton taught me very well about 3 bond packages ago how to make presentations. He served the chair and I was worked for him. And in that bond package, Mr. Hamilton was the chairman of the presentation. It was one of the first times that Rockwall had reached out and had asked a member of the real estate community to take a very active part, a very visible project. And one of our own members, Rod Holland at that time, was named the co-chair of that package. After that very successful bond presentation was made, several members of the school board at that time, Superintendent Burton, Dr. Terry, individually and at different times came to us and says, you guys were great. We never had that type of input from the real estate market in Rockwall. And from that point on, that was kind of our turning point, I think. There's always been some members of the real estate community that were always very active, but I think that was our turning point with our real estate group here in Rockwall. We're the smallest county in Texas, therefore we have the smallest group of MLS in Texas. We are a member of the MetroTex Association of Realtors, and that represents everything from real estate groups from Abilene down to Hillsborough, all the way out to Commerce and to out in East Texas. Every area has a group that kind of takes care of that group, and Cindy Fry and myself at this point are the 2 co-chairs for the Rockwall MLS. And it's our responsibility to make sure that the information about what MetroTex is wanting to do for the real estate market is passed on to our members. But we have, especially this year, when Cindy came the co-chair with me, we sat down in December and we came forward and said, you know, we want to be more than just real estate. We want to be more than just a realtor. We need to look out and look at how we can impact the community. And so we made a decision. Normally we meet every Wednesday at Sawgrass Steakhouse, and we have a little educational session, and we go out and look at houses. That's our job. But that falls when we do it. There'd be naturally 4 meetings, two times north of 30, 2 times south of 30. But some months I was going to leave us the 5th Wednesday. What do we do with that? And Cindy Fry came up, I think, with a great suggestion, and she said, tell you what, why don't we have, instead of having a tour that day, why don't we have a community input day? Let's have something that's going to impact the community. I said, that sounds great. Let's show the community that we care about them, and it's not just the commission that we're worried about. So we started making plans. Our first one came up in April. Our first fifth Wednesday came up in April, and we had a affiliate fair. And we asked each of our affiliates, an affiliate is a person who's not a real estate agent. That's our mortgage companies, our insurance companies, our title companies, anybody that are inspectors, anybody that's not an active real estate agent, that's an affiliate. And we asked them to, we're going to take Saltgrass and we're going to just spread these tables out all over the place. You guys come in, you got the whole morning, we're not going to have a tour. You pay us a fee to have this table. We will promise you that we'll take at least half of that money and turn it back to the community. We had a very, very successful meeting. We raised over $1,800. After we took some of the money for some of the door prizes and some of the other things we still had, quite a bit of money left. And Cindy, myself, and some other members, each office has an office representative. We kind of put our heads together and said, all right, now, we got about $1,200, $1,400 here. What are we going to do with it? We said we were going to do it to the community. And Cindy Fry and Cindy Miller, her partner in crime in our business, said, there's 12 elementary schools in Rockwall. Why don't we take $1,200 and provide each of the elementary schools $100? And then that is our first step of giving back to the community. We passed on to that idea to our committee, and it was 100%. Oh man, that's a great idea. Every time we look in the paper, they're talking about how the budget's getting slashed and how they're losing money. They don't have money to do this, don't have money to do that. I'm sorry, Coach Smith, next time we try to get $1,200 to that. But it was so perfect. 12 elementaries, $100. So then we came and we approached Sherry Fowler and said, Sherry, we've got $1,200. And here's our idea. We'd like to maybe come up with a way to put that out to each of the elementary schools. Will that help you? She said, oh my goodness, you bet. You just can't imagine what an elementary teacher, under the supervision of their principal, can do in that classroom for $100. That's going to be a huge hit. So we left it up to the district to get how it's going to do. All our parameter was, we want $100 to go to each elementary school. At a recent meeting that we had, when we always enjoy having someone from the district that can keep us informed about the district, because people come to Rockwall and buy houses because of our district. There's no doubt about that. So for us to be able to have knowledge about the district, and Mr. Bailey came and made a presentation to us about what's going on, kind of what we're looking at for our budget, and some other things that's crucial as we move forward. And we took that opportunity that day to present him a check for $1,200. And then we got with Sherry, and she got word out to all the elementary schools. We are so excited as a real estate community to be involved in our school district. It's a vital part of our community, and we understand it's a vital part of our business. But that's being selfish. We understand that it is a vital part of us being partners. So this to us is our first step toward helping the school district. We've already talked with Sherry, and she's already come and made a presentation. We're already looking forward and have people starting to want to talk about helping out with the mentor program. We have real estate agents that want to be involved in our mentor program, and we hope that we can be a valuable asset there too. We encourage you to look to us for any time you need support. We have a pretty good thumb on the heartbeat of the community, and we can definitely help get the word out, the positive things out. There are so many positive things about what goes on in Rockwall ISD that we ask you to not only let us give you this money to use right now, but use us. When you have need to get a feel for what the community, come to us. We'll give you people that'll definitely help you and help you get the information out there. You want to get information out to the public? Come to us. We've got networks, we've got, that's our job is to market. So we see this as just the tip of the iceberg of what the Rockwall real estate community can do for Rockwall ISD. And we are glad to be able to answer any questions you might have. If not, I'll turn it back to Sherry.
I do have a little follow-up to let you know what some of our campus did with their $100 allocation. After talking with Earl and Cindy about the donation, our elementary principals were told about the money and asked to work with their teachers to choose a special project. As I received emails back from our campuses, it became obvious that $100 can make a huge impact for our teachers and our students. And I'd like to share just a few of the projects that have been chosen as the beneficiaries of the $100. There's one I really love, and so I want to read this message to you from Mike Pitcher. This is what he wrote to me about his $100 allocation. Dear Sherry, Springer Elementary's Chess Club has just completed its third year of offering after-school enrichment opportunities free of charge to students in grades 2 through 6. All students who are interested are encouraged and invited to participate, whatever their playing ability may be. We take on all comers. Using teacher, parent, and community volunteers, on some Mondays, our chess club has over 100 participants. As you can imagine, it's been quite a challenge to be able to provide a sufficient number of chess games for the students to use. Although we received quite a few gently used sets from a variety of sources, many are missing pieces or are in rough condition. In addition, we simply do not have enough to keep up with the demand for our program. We would like to accept MLS's generous donation in order to purchase additional complete chess game sets for the students to use beginning in the fall of 2011. On other campuses, such as Nebby Williams, special education teacher Paula Larkin will use the money to compile sensory items for regular ed teachers to use in their classrooms. At Dobbs, the kindergarten team has developed a project called Ant Abstraction, where the $100 will be used to purchase ant farms to be utilized during the insect unit. At Hartman, the art teacher will purchase glazes, clay tools, embellishments for paper, canvases, and metallic liquid watercolor in order to expand the artistic mediums available for students. Amy Parks Elementary is purchasing interactive science notebooks. Reinhardt Elementary is purchasing supplies for the robotics initiative. And Cullens Lake Point is adding nonfiction books to the class libraries. And these are just a few of the projects. On behalf of all of our elementary campuses, we want to thank Mr. Milner, Ms. Fry, and all the members of the Rockwall MLS for their very generous donations to our elementary schools.
Earl and Cindy, thank you for being here tonight. We appreciate your ongoing support that you provide the school district, not just the donation that you've made, but each and every day the help and support you provide us.
All right, agenda item number 8 is a discussion action item. Consider approval of the consent agenda, which is minutes of the regular session held on May 21st. Financial report, personnel, budget amendment, acceptance of a donation to the district, consider approval of a 1-year extension of fuel, diesel gasoline for the 2011-2012 school year, consider approval of the 2011-2012 student activities catastrophic insurance policy rate, consider approval of the 2011-2012 district workers' compensation insurance, consider approval of the building and content general liabilities, commercial crime, law enforcement liability, educator legal liability, employment practices liability, automobile liability, and physical damage, and storage tank liability insurance for the 2011-2012 school year, and consider approval of the 1-year extensions of the below-mentioned RFPs to create as-needed vendor contracts for the 2011-2012 school year.
I'll make a motion, we approve the consent agenda.
Second. All those in favor, please raise your right hand. 7-4-0 against the motion carries. All right, and Mr. Bailey.
Thanks, Dr. Loftus. With the passing of the consent agenda, we have one of our new administrative appointments we'd like to introduce this evening. As you know, that we interviewed for the Quest Academy principalship, and that person is going to be Todd Bradford. Todd, if you'll please stand, and I know your wife is here this evening, if you'd like to introduce her.